Hey guys, my name is Dave and welcome to another video. I'm gonna make this video very brief for a couple different reasons. One, this is like the third take for me. I've been trying to find the right wording for it, but haven't been succeeding a lot, so I'm just gonna be vague and upfront about this. Now, anybody who watched yesterday's video knows that this video is being put up to talk about like the reasoning behind the streams being so short for the past couple of weeks. And, well, I do want to first of all thank everyone who's constantly, over the course of several videos that I've done, reached out and said, take care of yourself, health matters. And I know that, and I appreciate that, so thank you to everybody who has done that. In a way, that's why the streams have been shorter and, lackluster over the course of the past couple of weeks, and why some days that didn't even have videos. Not even that. Today, the reason for it is actually, I have to delay the streams to, like I've already said, I have to delay the streams to tomorrow and the day after, I believe. Or tomorrow or Sunday. I still have yet to decide. It's probably going to be tomorrow and Sunday, most likely, just because Saturdays are supposed to be devoted to Kingdom Hearts. So, we'll see. You guys will find out once the days come. Anyway, I guess, so, the main reason why we're not doing the stream today and this video is going up is I wanted to talk about this anyway. One, but two, I was asked to cover someone else's work shift today, and I was originally supposed to have today off, but I also kind of need the money, so yeah, and I had the availability to be able to do this, so I figured, you know what, why not? Plus, there is one other thing I need to take care of that I'm not going to talk about right now. But it does make me think of something I do want to bring up. So, over the course of the past couple of weeks, in a way, it is a health reason that I have been minor on the streams compared to my usual 4 hours, more or less. It's been 1 or 2 hours for the past couple of weeks because of kind of it more mental health reasons. And don't worry, I'm not like depressed or anything. I'm in good standing. It more has to do with how I am as a person. Recently, within the past couple of weeks, I have a friend who's been dealing with a lot. And ironically, all of this, a lot of stuff, is very similar to stuff I have actually dealt with in the past. And it's been impacting their mental health drastically. Seeing that pain in someone else, as I've talked about on here before, impacts me in the same way that I'm visualizing. Like, if I see somebody depressed to a degree that hurts them, I won't be depressed, but I'll be distraught. I won't be able to focus. And the past 2 weeks, that's kind of where my mind has been. Strangely enough, it has actually recently gotten to a point where I've been having very symbolic dreams. Normally when I fall asleep, blank slate. There's nothing to be seen, it's just black. But because of everything that's been going on, recently that hasn't been the case. I've been constantly having different types of dreams, scattered dreams. If you know anything about dream symbolism or dream therapy, then you know full well that the dreams I'm having aren't literal. I'm not going to go into detail though, because many people still would take it that way anyway. Just trust me, these dreams I've been having, I had to look up a lot of meanings of a lot of them. I'll talk about one of them at least. one of the dreams I had, this is one of the more recent ones, was a dream of me getting electrocuted. I'm not going to go into detail about the dream because that's not important. The dream itself was about me getting electrocuted, and, well, I'm not electrocuted. I'm fully fine. I'm alive. I'm in good standing. Obviously, it's not literal. I don't want to be electrocuted either. That'd just be stupid. The dream itself, for those who don't know, can mean one of two things. I'm not going to say which one is actually the case because it was accurate. One of the two things is that it can symbolize fear of a kind. It's an approach, or I guess to reiterate, it symbolizes the approach of fear of something happening. The other meaning is that, and it can mean that you have, like if you were to have a dream of yourself getting electrocuted, the other meaning could be that you could be struggling to adapt into something, some kind of recent event. I will say this, both have, given the circumstances going on, both have the potential to be equivalently accurate. But I will admit, only one of them is actually accurate. Both have the potential, but only one is accurate. Like I said, I'm not going to say which one. I'd rather not go into detail about that. It might give away too much of what's actually going on, and I'd rather not talk about that right now. Maybe in the future. Once whatever's going on at the current moment is solidified definitively, then maybe in the future. But for right now, no. I will say this though, this friend got so distraught at a point, and it was getting to me. It was hurting me to see them like that. And that aspect alone was making it very hard for me to focus. A few days ago, I sat down with them. Now, bear in mind, this friend is also somebody I work with. They're a very close friend of mine to me. Whether the feeling is mutual, I don't know. I don't ask. I don't think it's important right now. In the future, maybe, but we'll see. This friend, I sat down with them. I asked them to step aside for a few minutes from their shift because I was off at this point. I sat down with them. I presented a stern face. This is literally the exact expression I gave the whole time. If it wasn't worry, it was that. Because I showed both. And the things that were getting to her, there, that's all I'm going to say. No, not a girlfriend before anybody says anything. I'm not doing that right now. I am taking a legitimate break. Like I said, I've already said I would. Anyway, that's off track. I had to put my foot down, metaphorically, and say, look, all of these things that are bothering you aren't true. None of them. I'm not going into detail of what these things are. That will not be said until I have been asked to talk about it, or have been given permission to talk about it, or some event within now and then causes the need to talk about it. But I don't find it necessary. I do not find the need to bring up what was discussed. The only reason, first of all, I even said her is just because I don't want to keep saying they. It seems very repetitive. She is a close friend of mine, yes, but that's it. And the reason for the closeness, like the close friendshipness, from my perspective, is just the fact that we have a lot to talk about. And when we do, it's on a friendly manner. It's a kindly, friendly manner. That conversation, I can at least say this, I know it eased her mind a little bit. All the way? I doubt it. Now, I can't confirm this. Just knowing how people with this kind of mind usually end up, because I met a lot of people like this. with this kind of mindset usually takes a while. Usually takes a long while for them to get out of it. And that's what I've been trying to do. As a friend, I've been trying to make sure she doesn't end up going through the same crap that I've went through in the past. I'm not going to say what the crap is. I'm not going to say, because I've been through a lot. And I talk about almost every teeny tiny escalating conflict I've been through. At this point, I've talked about so many different conflicts that what I'm referring to could be literally anything. Could be medical, could be personal, could be psychological, it could be literally anything. And I'd rather keep it that way. I do not feel like I have the proper rights to talk about what's going on their end. So, all I'm going to say is this. The impact, because of the type of care I show towards simple, even just friends, I'm not like your average Joe, where love is only given to a certain level of individual only. The rest only get like or less. That's not me. A certain level of love does go to like a partner, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, depending on what your standing is at the moment. And this is how I feel about this circumstance, by the way. That's why I'm being openly stated about it. Just as reference. Family, or anybody under that category, gets a larger amount of love. But those who are just like close friends, or friends or acquaintances, they still get that love, but not even remotely as much. And that secondary love is the kind of care I'm trying to show. I worry very easily. That worry is what's been causing the problems over the lack of focus from my end over the course of the past 2 weeks. And not just a lack of focus, it's also been causing me to get very easily drained, very easily tired. I've been sleeping a lot more than I should. I mean, I was for a week and a half. Last half week, things have gotten better. And I'm more back in a proper pattern. Outside of these dreams that I'm talking about, that I brought up earlier. The dreams, ironically, came from the same worry. Because that worry is admittedly still there. It's not as bad as it has been. But it is still there. And until everything has been resolved for this friend of mine, it'll stay that way. But right now, as far as my personal life, that's kind of how I prefer to have things. I have a lot of friends. Ironically, a lot of them end up being women for me. That's why I try to reiterate it's not a girlfriend or anything like that. It's just a friend who's a girl. Close friend, sure, but again, not a girlfriend. And if that did end up happening, it's so far down the line that not even I can see it yet. And I'd rather keep it that way right now. I have several friends who I worry to the same degree. I hang out with Aaron quite often. Honestly, part of the reason for that is to help both of us get our minds off of reality. And if something needs to be discussed, if something serious needs to be talked about, it's brought up. That, to me, has always been the point of the hangouts that we do. Admittedly, yes, we play video games during it, but that's never been the point of it. The point of it, to me at least, has always been just to get our minds off things. And my mind has been so fixated on all of this negative energy, more or less, going on, that I don't know what, I have had a hard time focusing. But I can guarantee this. Things will get back in pace over the course of the next week or so. Once that happens, once everything is leveled up, we'll get back to the 4-hour aspect that we were doing beforehand. For now, I'm going to stick with the 2 hours. 2 to 4 hours, rather than 2 to 6 hours I normally do. 2 to 4 hours will be the limit for right now. 1 to 4, actually. 1 to 4 hours will be the limit right now, depending on the day, and depending on my level of exhaustion. But I'm not just going to skip out. Tomorrow we'll be doing Lies of P. Day after will either be Kingdom Hearts, in which case I'll have that video ready for you guys at that point. It'll be ready regardless. I've actually got it right in front of me on my computer. I'm using my phone to do the video that we're looking at right now, or that you guys are watching right now. Whether Kingdom Hearts 2 shows up Saturday or Sunday, whichever one it shows up, the Trash Bazooka binge will show up on the other day. And then next week, I'll keep you guys posted on what's going to happen. But for right now, none of the binges are stopping, except temporarily the Mario binge. I've already discussed why. Obviously, the Zelda binge isn't happening this week. It's for the same reason that I discussed, though. It's just been way too much going on. Way too much. I'm trying to make sure, like I've said, and like I appreciated from what you guys have said, that my health is in good standing. That way I can give off at least a humorous performance on the Let's Plays and a genuine performance on the live streams. I really do appreciate spending time with you guys who join in on the live streams, and I don't want to ruin that. So, we'll stick with the 1 to 4 hours for now, and I will let you guys know when we get back up to pace and when I'm actually ready to go back to the 2 to 6 hours. And of course, every once in a while, I will go off the beaten path of both of these anyway, like I usually do. Like that 10-hour long live stream of Trash Bazooka, which now only shows 2.5 hours because I trimmed a lot of it and then made it into a video to spare a lot of frustration not being wanted to be seen, as I've already talked about, but that gets the point across. Plan on, just constant updates. If videos go up, videos go up. If streams go up, streams go up. I will definitely keep the variety, because that was something you guys asked for originally when I had that pull up. A variety is what we're going to keep. How it happens, I'll keep you guys posted. But for right now, I'm going to head off. I got to get ready for work soon. I'm prepping this right before my shift today. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you guys so much for all of those who have been understanding about this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.